Hello there, it's me, Mickey in Detroit. Today we are going to be having ourselves a goddamn powwow talking about this guy right here, the Club Day Nuit Intense Man. I'd like to start things off tonight by just delving into why I bought this bottle. And there are a few reasons. First reason, Club Day Nuit Intense Man is not expensive. For about $35 ish, you can scoop this big ass bottle. It's like 3.6 ounces. So, I don't know. In the event that I thought it was awesome, you could say I was getting a pretty damn good deal. Secondly, TBH, I had read that ladies typically like this cologne a lot. And while I'm not just trying to load up on a crap ton of colognes that ladies just like, it was more like educational purposes, sort of like trying to figure out, in smell world, what ladies are kind of shooting for, what they're into. Thirdly, I had read that pineapple was one of the primary notes of this cologne, and I myself am kind of a pineapple fan. I like pineapple on my pizza. I think pineapple is delicious, and I was just kind of curious how would pineapple smell, work in a cologne format. Fourthly, what was fourth? Oh, I'd heard that projection on this guy is kind of insane. And at the time when I bought this bottle, I was kind of somewhat questioning the projection levels of some of my bottles, and I was kind of intrigued of like what a rowdy projection giant cologne was all about. Spoiler alert, it's my other bottles are fine and this is like really fucking rowdy, like kind of almost too much. Fifthly, oh yeah, it's supposed to be a clone of Creed Aventus, which is like one of the juggernaut Rolls Royces of the cologne world, and I just kind of wanted a cost-effective way of learning what Creed Aventus smelled like. So with all that out of the way, here she is. This is the Club Day Nuit Intense Man. I I don't want to be like bottle presentation review guy, but like, can we talk about these little bedazzly guys? What's with the bedazzles? See the bedazzles? What are they doing there? Like, wouldn't this look so much harder, so much more gangster if it was just all black? I don't get it. I don't get the point. Like, it just looks like they were just scooped at some weird Arabian gypsy market or something. It's strange. That's all. But I digress. What really matters is what it smells like, right? Hmm. It smells like pineapples. It smells like a whole lot of pineapple with some spicy notes, incense, um, pineapple, strong pineapple. Let's get into that. If you scoop this bottle, go easy on it. You will walk into a bar or a club and you will say, "Hello, sir, here I am." You will blow out the room. Everyone will be looking at you, thinking to themselves, "Who the fuck is this jackass who just made the whole club smell like spicy pineapple?" So be careful. It is strong. Like the other day, I was trying to remind myself of what it smelled like. Boom, did a little one of those off to the side, and that one smell off to the side completely erased the 5 or 6 direct sprays of whatever cologne I was wearing that day. So it's strong. Um, but it's not bad. It's pineapple, it's spice, it's strong. So overall, I wouldn't say the scent is like super masculine because of the whole pineapple thing going on, but there's some balls to it, which I appreciate. Um, there's layers to it. It's very synthetic in the middle. It's heavily synthetic, which isn't necessarily a bad thing. But like I said, I appreciate like it's got balls. It's got balls to it. Um, so at this point, let's let's have ourselves a little story time. I'm gonna tell a story. I was at work the other day. This was maybe like 2 weeks ago. I work in a brewery, and this guy who comes in every once in a while, he comes in to buy a 6 pack of this amber beer, which unironically is it costs more than it should. And he's wearing a cologne, and right off the rip, I'm like, this smells like Club de Nuit Intense Man, but different. And notice how I said that. This smells like Club de Nuit, but different. Not Club de Nuit, but a million times better, but just different. So me and this dude are chummy, and I said, hey man, like, what are you wearing? It smells like this Club de Nuit Intense Man shit. And he says it's Creed Aventus. And I say, fucking A, man, you're the first guy I've ever met who's ponied up for that shit. So he goes on to tell me that he was dating this girl, and she was like, blah, blah, blah. I really love Creed Aventus. You should get it. So he he drops the 300 or 400 or whatever it costs on a bottle, and then he unprompted just goes on to tell me like, well, things ended up not working out. Which it's funny. That's funny to me. Like you just kind of unloaded a fat car payment on a bottle of cologne. Like this isn't the type of thing that's going to save a relationship. Like compromise, communication. These are things that keep a relationship going. Not Creed Aventus. So anyway, he smelled the Creed Aventus smelled like pineapple. It smelled very similar but different. Like the ingredients were very all natural smelling. There was no synthetic nature of the cologne. But like the composition was a little different. It wasn't as masculine. It was a lot less masculine. I would go as far as to say it wasn't even that like fresh smelling. It just smelled like you know you know what it smelled like? It smelled like a symphony of complicated pineapples. And I gotta tell you, for $300 or $400, it doesn't work for me. Like if you wake up in the morning and you go to the bathroom to brush your teeth and you look in the mirror and you say to yourself, you know what's gonna really push my agenda today? You know what's gonna take my life to the next level? Is a $400 bottle of complicated pineapple juice. Like if that's how you feel, that's how you feel. You do you. But like I don't know, I'm early on in my fragrance journey, finding out what I like, and I just kind of like more badass shit. I like a more masculine scent, and Creed Aventus, in my opinion, is just not doing that for me. It smelled good. I can appreciate it. I respect it, but it's just not for me. So when I smelled that guy, I said to myself, there's just no way I'm ever buying that bottle. But anyway, back to the Club de Nuit. I mean, it's not bad, man. It's not bad. It smells like what I paid for it. It smells like a $35 cologne. Um, it's masculine, but there's also pineapple to it. If you're balling on a budget, if you're like a college kid and you're saying to yourself, I got 35 bucks to spend on cologne, I want to get some compliments from ladies, which this did get some compliments from ladies. Not a compliment from a guy though, not one compliment from a guy, which I'm kind of like starting to appreciate compliments from guys on colognes, maybe a smidge more for some reason. But ladies do like it a bit. Uh, but yeah, like I said, if you're balling on a budget, you want to take it to the club, make the club smell like spicy pineapple, then maybe this is for you. I think that at the end of the day, things fall into one of four categories. Either things are tight as a motherfucker, standard tight, pretty tight, or shit's untight. Club Day Nuit, I keep smelling it. I'm not wearing this too much, but I'm smelling it. I kind of like it. It's pretty tight. Club Day Nuit's pretty tight. That about wraps things up for us this evening. I hope you had a good time joining me in this discussion about Club Day Nuit and Tense Man. And I guess there's really nothing else to say other than have a good night and I'm peacing you out.